The 2K Sports pregame show.
Okay, basketball fans, with me, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching 2K. Tonight, it'll be the San Antonio Spurs going up against the New Orleans Pelicans. Well, for New Orleans, they are hungry for a win here. Last season, they got swept by this team.
We've got NBA basketball in store for you. We're live at the AT&T Center in San Antonio, Texas, the home of the Spurs, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and with pregame routine.
Well,
it's all paid off in the long run, though. Thanks, DA. And Clark with the full bulk of the NBA season still ahead of us. What can players do to prepare themselves physically and mentally for this long, long season?
I think you've got to try to find ways and mechanisms to stay fresh. Obviously, you've got to do your work in the gym and in the weight room, but also in your rest and recovery. I think you just got to be diligent and consistent, and then find pockets where you can get away and refresh your mind and your body. Right. Because you can't come out of the gate like it's the postseason. There's a pace and rhythm to the regular season that you have to learn how to manage.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. We've got Rudy Gay, Conley out there with Etuan Moore. Then there's Bojan Bogdanovic, and it's Davis in at the 5. AI passes to Aldridge. Back to AI. And AI with the stuff.
Getting busy out there. AI showing the intensity, which is contagious with his teammates.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans. Now here is Conley. He's guarded by AI. Gay. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet.
And I like the energy of Gay, especially inside. He's incredible at getting to his spots in the paint.
Left side, DeRozan. AI outside. Banked in off the glass. AI's got his second bucket tonight.
This is where you want to attack. AI not one to settle. Challenging the defense inside. I love it.
Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by AI. All alone. And the jam by AI.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case. It looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Boy, it's a thing of beauty watching him attack the defense like that. I mean, they wanted no part of him on that layup.
And the dunk by Aldridge.
Well, you know, that's exactly how you run the offense. AI is a smart player. He's an instinctive player. And he's unselfish, too.
Pelicans trailed by 6. Pass to Moore. And stolen by Aldridge. Murray kicks to AI. Buries it down low. AI's got 8 points. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Spurs.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
And for the most part, when Bogdanovich is out on the floor, he's there to do one thing, shoot.
And I tell you what, when you can shoot like that, that's all you need to do. Great catch-and-shoot player who can stretch the defense. You cannot leave him alone, and really his presence frees up so much for his teammates on the floor.
Pirtle, he's checked in for San Antonio. White comes in for Murray. And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
Bertans, he's checked in for the Spurs. And then for New Orleans, Okafor comes in for Anthony Davis. And Wood subbed in for Rudy Gay. And so Conley will bring the ball up for New Orleans. It's a 10-point game. On the wing hill, he's guarded by AI. Over AI. A rebound by the Spurs. And going against New Orleans, their first meeting of the year.
And they swept the season series against this group last season. Pretty impressive stuff.
Yeah, I like what you said there. I mean, both teams are in the upper echelon of the conference, but they really dominated that matchup. We'll see if that continues to be the case tonight.
Hill, no good. Here's San Antonio. They're on a 16-4 run. Bertans, basket is good. The assist from AI.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Conley kicks to Okafor. Dishes to Oubre. Now Conley. 23 points for him the last game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
And you know, Kevin, his creativity really on display that night. I mean, he was threading beautiful passes everywhere.
And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain. Here's AI. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 23 points. The pass to Medu. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
The tenacity, the attention to detail, it's why these guys are in complete control.
And you know what, Greg? They are crushing it on both ends. I mean, in total control right now.
So the Pelican 5 right now. Anthony Davis is out there with Rudy Gay. Then there's Bojan Bogdanovich. Then it's Conley. And it's Moore in at the two-guard spot. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Warriors was phenomenal. He had 29 points and piled on the stats to round out a double-double. Just a really strong all-around effort. The numbers in that game make me anxious to see what he can do tonight. Kevin?
Thanks, David. It was a performance that not many players are capable of.
I know I won't forget it for a while, and you have to think he'll keep it rolling here tonight. When you're that hot, it takes a while to cool down.
And you know what, Greg? I think defensively, they're going to be ready for him. They won't make things easy. Coming off a game like he just had, I mean, he's going to get a bunch of attention.
Right side, Conley. Gay with no one around. Can they get it? And Davis throws it down.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways, and that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
And DeRozan kicks to AI. Spurs passing it around. And Aldridge, the basket on the assist by AI. Aldridge has got 10.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
It's Bogdanovich on the wing. 5 to shoot. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. And it's Davis missing.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Conley scanning the floor. Moore outside. Hits the target from 18 feet.
I'm still kind of trying to figure out how that one went in. Don't think they drew it up that way, but hey, it still counts because it worked.
AI outside from 12 feet out. That one wide left. And so it's San Antonio. Incomplete. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. We're seeing a tremendous game from LaMarcus Aldridge.
And I'll tell you, his work on the blocks in that first half, really impressive.
Yeah, he squatted on that paint area and owned it, perfectly using his size and that soft touch inside. That's a heck of a combination, strength, size, and soft touch. Nice.
We've got LaMarcus Aldridge. AI is out there with Murray. Then it's DeRozan, and it's Medu in at the 4 slot. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with. AI, no good.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Dribble drive has never gone out of style. Still a primary weapon when you think about some of the guys who are best at that. Who comes to mind, Clark?
Man, there are a lot of guys that convert off the bounce at a high level. LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, one of the very best. I don't know if anybody has a handle as sweet as his. Harden. Harden is terrific off the dribble with the drive or the pull-up jump shot. Dennis Schroeder, maybe not of the ilk of those guys, but certainly a handful when he's got the ball in his hands with a live dribble. Well, I tell you what, I like the clip he's shooting at. Extremely effective. If you're on defense now, you got to get the ball out of his hands.
Gay kicks to Bogdanovich. It's Davis on the wing. Moore outside. Teardrop shot. The rebound by the Spurs. Medu's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Wood, he's checked in for Gay. And Trevor Ariza has subbed in for Bogdanovich. Moore outside, and there's the foul. It'll go on. The Spurs have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line. And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
And guys, I think it's exactly the right thing to do with the lead. Keep going at defenders and find a way to get yourself to the line.
Okafor with the ball. Now guarded by Pirtle. Pass to Oubre. Back to Bogdanovich. Lets it go from deep. And again, no good by New Orleans. San Antonio's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third. And it's Murray with the jam.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
Hill looking around. Looking to end the run. That one, no good. And a wide open look for 8. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Yeah, now they are firing on all cylinders. That shot puts 3 more onto their lead as we head to the 4th.
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs able to put on a show for And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. So the Pelican 5 right now. Rudy Gay is out there with Williams. Then it's Geiger. Then there's Jahlil Okafor. And it's Hill in at the point. Here's AI. And the jam by AI.
You know, this is what happens when you don't take care of the ball. AI will make you pay if you're careless with the pumpkin around him.
The Pelicans shooting a rough 22% so far in this one. Passes to Okafor. Over Aldridge. Poked away. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. And here's the upcoming schedule for New Orleans. On Monday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves. And then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the Milwaukee Bucks. Mills, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. AI outside. We seem to see a lot of players request trades in the media, but Clark, you have to believe some teams were blindsided by this.
Oh, there's no question about it, Kevin, that teams have been blindsided on occasion. I don't like to see players operate that way, but I also understand sometimes the frustration that leads them to do so. But at the end of the day, I think it's part and parcel of the environment we're in and the nature of the business of the NBA. Sometimes players just aren't confident in what they hear directly, so they take other measures to voice their choice or displeasure.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yes, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Spurs.
Guys, one of the themes in this game has been how much of their scoring has come off turnovers.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Trevor Ariza's checked in for the Pelicans. Frank Jackson comes in for George Hill.
He must hit that shot. I mean, the defense, non-factor. Very surprising he missed it.
Here's AI. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, guys, here you go. I mean, AI's a tough guy to deal with. You're eager to contest the shot. That time, a little too eager.
And the Spurs with some changes. Davis Bertans checks in for Medu. Walker comes in for Marco Bellinelli. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Patty Mills. And then for New Orleans, Anthony Davis comes in for Okafor. And Wood subbed in for Williams. Pass to Davis. They need this. And the jumper falls for him.
As dangerous as he is inside, Davis gives opponents nightmares when he's able to get to the mid-range. He's very reliable when he steps back and takes the jump shot.
Here's AI. It's good, and that takes him to 77% shooting this game, 10 for 13.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Some nice passing here by New Orleans. And Jackson gets it to go. The Spurs have gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. Here's AI. And the jam by AI.
And that pattern continues, guys. Another heat check, another log on the fire.
Well, they're scorching right now. I mean, the defense has to be concerned. Nothing they're doing is stopping this run.
Geiger passes to Jackson. That shot misses. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way. And Forbes kicks to AI. Average value of an NBA team, Clark, over $1 billion. And I can't even believe I'm saying that, but the league wasn't always so healthy and always thriving the way it is now.
Yeah, every business goes through periods of prosperity and challenge. The league, NBA, no different. Early 80s, there were real struggles and challenges. Then there was a real bump as we got into the late 80s and into the 90s.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long, everyone.